Guys, I finally managed to complete beating the very hard one, Behamut. This guy was a difficult challenge for me to complete, and I was lucky enough to have some support from the community in order to get a better build and just kind of support me as I was doing the runs, and I managed to do it. So all I'll do is I'll show you the battle that I did, and you can see all the steps that I took in it, as well as I'll go over the team that I built and the reason why I built the team the way I did. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's hop in. Alright guys, so we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the whole battle, phase by phase, so you can see when I buffed, when I debuffed, and when I used my limit breaks. Just as a foresight or a kind of a call to memory, like being third person and watching the video after I've already completed the battle, there's definitely times that I could have benefited using LBs at a different time. So I definitely noticed it now, and next time I do the battle, I'll definitely be able to do a little bit more efficiently. Maybe this will be something I need to learn and adapt to in order to make my EX1 run a little bit more smooth. So here we're just making sure Tifa does all her debuffs, making sure that P attack is all the way down on Behamut, because otherwise that would have killed me. But because I had it all the way down, I survived it, and Tifa's P def is quite high in her stats. Get my heal in, make sure that Aerith is taking advantage of the heals, keep using debuffs, but debuffs for Tifa do increase her LB bar quite quickly, so definitely worth it. And when it comes to her LBs, you can use it really loosely, or you can wait until the phases kick in. So here he does his basic attacks, but when his LB, his like bar shows up, that's when I use the LB, so that way I can do more damage to him and reduce that bar as fast as possible. Yeah, go to Cloud, just keep hitting him with it with Thunderstrike. I'm gonna let Tifa do her thing and build her bar up. So I managed to clear the first one quite easily. No problem. Okay. And that's gone. And now we're just focusing again on debuffs, and we'll keep a close eye on him, just because when he starts doing his regular animations or regular attacks, it's good to go into that defense phase quite quickly, as well as if you get LBs like I got here, I used it to basically stop the animation, right? Stop him from doing the spin attack at that time, push it back just a little bit, giving me more time to build AB or ATB and, you know, buff my characters and stuff. So definitely useful to use it at that time. Did manage to defend myself there, so I took a big hit. Get my heals in. I did catch it sometimes. I think I caught it here. Yeah, there we go. I'm going into defense mode just in time in order not to take as much damage. So you can notice the countdown starts at 3, just because that is where we were remaining in after the first countdown for Mega Flare. So in this one, I am not able to get his bar down fast enough, but I am able to do a decent amount of damage. So I use both LBs here. I use Rama and I use my Aerith, and I just use my Aerith basically to get everybody's HP up a little bit, because I know I'm going to be face tanking this Mega Flare, as well as giving me an additional 0.10% damage output on my Rama. So there I used like magic defense up, and actually that was a bit of a waste of ATB. It will, by the time the like red charging circle goes through, it will already fade away. So it was pretty redundant to use at that time. I could have definitely used it to either heal my guys or use maybe even an attack, help me with the bar, because really I was like seconds away from getting this LB down or his charge bar down. So if I had used one attack from Tifa or from Aerith, I may have been able to do it in time. So basically, as soon as he says 1, then you know that you missed out the countdown. It's not like 1 and then like you get the bar down. You have to get it before he says the words. So I do have, you'll notice I do have the LB for Tifa up. I'm actually saving it just a little bit. Basically saving it until after this. Okay, and just because we managed to use the bandage sword, we are able to face tank that with no issues. We're all in green. We go to Aerith and heal. right? This is when I could have saved that heal ATB or heal limit break for the entire team, instead of just using it for pretty much just Aerith. So here's another aura. This is the sigil phase. So I am able to complete the sigil phase. I have enough ATB on Cloud and on Tifa to clear this down. And it is tight, but it's definitely possible. So you'll notice that it's been a long time that I've had the somersault just sitting there. I definitely could have used somersault and then regained it by the time I got to this part. By the time I got to the part where I actually used the ability, which is right now, I could have had 2 of them already. So I could have done more damage for sure. These are things that you learn when you watch your content after the fact. Yeah, now it's just a DPS race, guys. I definitely could have used my other LB sooner. I decided not to. I waited until Tifa got her LB up and running, so that way I could do just a little bit more damage. I definitely could have used it sooner, because look how far back Tifa's is. I probably would have missed out on a second Rama cast, but that would have been okay, right? As long as I managed to get that damage in. Now, I could have used it when I used it the first time, and I would have been totally okay and gotten that damage in there. A dive bomb, got to mention defense in, face tanked it, perfect. Even with 2 defense downs, I was able to take that. Thanks to Tifa's debraving. And now DPS race, guys. DPS race completely. Right. Thankfully, I had 2 LBs up there, so even though I was in defense, I was able to switch it back to attack before triggering both LBs. I'd say that was a good amount of damage. And now just hitting. What I end up doing is I do switch between Tifa and Cloud consistently here. Just do damage, just so that way I don't end up in a situation where I'm wasting her ATB with debuffs for attack, because he doesn't attack at all in this phase. You just want to do damage. So Thunderstrike, Fire Blow, Thunderstrike, Fire Blow, consistently nonstop until this battle is done. And at this point, like, I'm like excited / nervous, because the run right before this one, he had like a sliver of HP left, and he managed to get his Mega Flare off and just annihilated me. So I'm really like, oh, this is the closest I've ever been. Everybody is alive. I have a chance here. I even go to Aerith and to use an attack on Aerith because she doesn't have any healing to do. So go to Aerith, use an attack. Basically, we're just trying to get it down, guys. And he just manages to go to 2, meaning I had plenty of time to finish this battle. Hopefully you guys are able to complete this battle as well. It's a tricky one. It is. I struggled a long time with this battle. And it's not like I've done anything crazy since then to my account. It's just more just making sure I have the right materia, making sure I have the right equipment. I haven't got any extra dupes or anything since I started this grind from day 1. And really the biggest benefit is, support from the community, guidance, and call out like a third person kind of helping me out and being like, hey, you should do this now. Because when you're in the thick of it, you tend to forget when you need to change your stances and when you should be using your LB. So definitely helpful having some support from other players and getting through the content with some support from them. All right, guys, now that battle is done, we get to see something I think is super cool. The unbind animation. So I'm actually going to go off the screen here. Bye-bye. So that you guys can see it in full, in all detail. Enjoy. Alright guys, now that we've done that, let's go over the team that I utilized for this battle. And first off, we start off with our Cloud. So our Cloud is in his Thunder God form. His stats are quite amazing. His HP is above 7,500 with an attack over 3,000. And his P-Def and his defense isn't that great. But he doesn't get targeted very frequently in that battle that I succeeded Sometimes you might have to lean on RNG in terms of who he focuses on. Luckily, he focused a lot on Tifa and on Aerith, which do have higher P-Def and higher magic defense, so they were able to survive those attacks a little bit easier. So here we have my materia. My materia is actually pretty much just a whatever materia lineup. I even could have put my triangle in here, but I didn't utilize them. You'll notice that in the battle, I didn't use any of these. These are all stat sticks, guys. And then, of course, I use my Rama summon just because I am using the Rama garb. So, of course, the lightning garb. So, of course, I didn't want to, or rather, I wanted to take advantage of that additional damage from my lightning build. And my OB0 bandage sword. So if you got one of these, congratulations. You can wishlist this item. It's very, very good. I definitely would, at this point, probably want to get an OB1. And so I'm probably going to wish this one a few times going forward here, because it is pretty useful getting that magic defense increase. All right, and as for my sub, basically one attack, or rather one P attack, in order to take my R abilities up to 58, which is a max level for physical attack. And then I got some HP with some boost ability damage from the Amaranth Claws. And so that's a 9-point increase, which isn't anything substantial, but I did get another one here using the Heavy Hustler of my boost ability at 21. So those went up quite a bit, and you can see my R abilities overall 58. So 7. My regular attack is 2, so that's 10 points. Very close to the next rank, but not close enough. And the boost ability is at 2, and so is my physical ability. So it's nice, kind of like rounded off. It was actually pretty solid. Good build for Cloud. His stats are fantastic. This is level 65. Next up here, we're going to go over to our Tifa. We have our physical glove here, and really the reason why it's set to the main is because of the P-Def. I want to make sure her physical defense is the highest that it can be. So leather gloves is first, even though it's not like OB6, right? So we have magic here on this one, but that gives me magic attack up, so she would have been able to do more DPS damage, but I wanted her to be able to survive the hits. So here she is with her P-Def glove on her main slot. The garb is the Amaranth garb. It is probably the best one that she could probably get. I didn't have very many for her during that collab. Of course, we didn't have our Frost one yet, so I only had the 2, and so I did go and get her outfit. It's the one I selected instead of Cloud. Next, for her sub abilities, we have mostly just, again, some HP, and then P attack, because we wanted to increase her P attack as much as possible. We were only able to get her P attack, though, up to 5, so 35 points, so definitely not as high as Cloud's. So that's what makes her my sub DPS, and I lean in heavily. You'll notice that I leaned in a lot into fire, and the reason why is because these gloves, the leather gloves, give an amazing C-slot boost, right? It gives you 30% fire damage. So I had a nice piece of 5-star fire materia, so we put that in slot, and she was able to get some good damage in there at the end. And then finally, we have our beloved Aerith. And Aerith is built here purely on HP and on heal, guys. So her overall stats, 6,000 HP and almost 2,500 heals. And in terms of her gear, I actually did the event weapon, and that's because I wanted to have that as a little support, right? The ability, right? The additional def increase, I wanted that just in case, right? Even though Cloud has one for an AoE, I wanted this one as an individual, just in case, but it also has really good stats that you can put in there, so that way her heal is a bit higher. And then I have Fairy Tail as my secondary. You'll notice I don't have heal in any of the slots, and that's okay, because these are all stat sticks, guys. So I had some really, really good luck with my stat sticks. So here you can see my heal 5.7. Right, 5.3. And, a nice heal stick just to get my HP a little bit higher, because I wanted her above 6,000 at 8.8 for this Thundara one. And of course, her sub abilities, is heal, 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 guys. I wanted to make sure her heal is as high as possible, and I managed to get it to 8. So that's 85 points. It's a bit of a stretch to get to that 100. So this had to do, and I managed to get it at 95. So I got level 9 heal. So that's 90% potency, guys. That's it. That's the team that I utilized. So hopefully this team build and showcasing the battle helps you complete the very hard one. Again, thanks to the community, and thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.